Full patch notes are going to be in the description and pinned comment, so check them out. Patch 5.04 just dropped for God of War Ragnarok, and this changes so many things. A lot of the stuff are bug fixes and general stability related, but rest assured, if you play Valhalla, you're going to notice a massive difference in terms of everything. I'm going to go over everything one by one so I can give you an idea of what the fixes are. So first, under gameplay, we have fixed an issue where rifts would not close and block progression after many hours of play. Now, me personally, I never had to deal with this, but I've heard of people running into this issue, and it's brutal. I think they had to start their entire Valhalla save all over again. So if you had to deal with this, now you could rest assured you don't have to deal with this anymore. So that's good news for you. The next one is fixed an issue preventing the Rönd of Purification from being unlocked successfully. So that was the last shield attachment that I had to unlock, and I wasn't sure what it was. I had the theory that maybe they were going to add a separate, really difficult hidden challenge that we would have to complete, but turns out that's not the case. So yeah, if you don't have Rönd of Purification, the challenge should be able to be unlocked now. I liked the Rönd of Obliteration challenge. That was pretty good. You had to beat Valhalla on Show Me Mastery with penalty of breaching. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was kind of hoping they would have another really cool challenge, but yeah, I guess it was just a bug and now it's fixed. So next we have adjusted score calculation setting / difficulty Hud Visualization to enable to increase reward for higher risk taken and avoiding death. Now, from what I've heard, this means that if you don't use a resurrection stone or if you don't die in Valhalla, you get a higher score overall, which is related to the developer challenge. So the higher score you get, the better. I'm not sure what the higher risk entails, because that one, it could be anything. I wonder if what your theories are. So write in the comments what it is. Some people have already said that maybe it's the red health bar, so the harder the enemies become, the more points you get. But I'm not sure that's the case. But we'll have to go in and test. But yeah, let me know your theories in the comments. Fixed an issue with final score calculation being lower than expected after using suspended and resumed. So in Valhalla, if you ever find one of the headstones throughout your journey where you can buy glyph slots or stat upgrades or a resurrection stone, those headstone thingies give you an option to suspend your game so you could come back to it later time. So I'm guessing that's what they fixed here, because it says the score calculation ended up being lower if you ever used those. So that's a nice little bug fix, so enjoy that. Fixed an issue where health stones would okay, I need to look this up. How the heck do you pronounce this?
Erroneous.
Okay, see, I know this word. I don't know why seeing it in a sentence threw me off so hard. Erroneous, yeah, of course. Fixed an issue where health stones would erroneously reappear. So I've seen this glitch before. I never used it, but apparently you just basically use health stones, and then I think you restart your game or something, and it just lets you keep the health stones. But regardless, right now it's no longer possible, so I'm glad that issue got fixed. Fixed an issue was preventing the axe weapon glyph Bear Force from ever being offered. I think this is the one where you throw the axe and then you get increased barehanded damage for a while. No one's probably ever going to use that unless it's really good, but it just doesn't seem very practical. Fixed an issue where the axe labor Pride of the Frost would not update correctly. I think this is challenge related, so I'm glad that got fixed. Improved reroll tokens to not present the previous runic options at runic glyph chests. So I've seen this. This is really annoying because you would get like runics you didn't want, and then you would re-roll them and you'd see the same runics offered again. So I'm glad that got fixed, because I do love not having to waste my re-roll tokens. 3 burden opportunities per attempt can now be guaranteed if the player has an open burden glyph slot when arriving at the labyrinth. This is amazing, because I always wanted to have 3 burdens guaranteed. I didn't like having, 2 and then a random challenge. I wanted all 3 burdens. This means you're going to have even more glyph slots guaranteed and more challenges to do. If anything, some might even say this makes the developer challenge much harder, because there will be 3 burdens you have to deal with, and certain burdens are really painful to deal with. For example, like the permafrost immolation. I know that was bugged. I don't know if it's in this patch notes that they fixed it or not, but yeah, before, whenever you do damage, your momentum basically never went up and you would just do less damage overall. So yeah, we'll see if those got fixed or not as the patch notes clarifies. But yeah, I'm just overall very, very happy with this 3 burden thing. I do look forward to that. Fixed an issue preventing the Hind of Deadly Vitality and Hilt of Weightless Recovery from being fully upgraded in New Game Plus. Now, I've had personal experience with this one because I really got annoyed by it, and it was very discouraging not being able to make builds with these Hinds or the spear attachment, because if you go to the shop and you upgrade it to a certain point, it no longer appears in the shop. So the max I could get my builds or build videos up to is definitely not 10. It was 9.3 or something like that. So Even in my recent video, I think one I did with the spear god build, it was only at 9 something. Because again, once you go to Lunda's shop and you try to upgrade it, it just doesn't even show up there. So I'm very glad something like this got fixed and they're not just focused on, you know, just Valhalla or whatever not. So you could tell Santa Monica's been paying attention to everything and all this stuff, and they've been piling up the bug fixes that they have in mind, and then when they push it out, they push everything out together. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. So in the future, when I do make spear builds and stuff like that, I won't have to resort to, you know, doing a low level build. So yeah, I'm glad that's in there. Various glyph and combat balance tuning for improved game health. Now this, in a sentence, does not do it justice, because I can tell that this means that pretty much everything about Valhalla has changed. Because I'm guessing this means certain glyphs that were too strong have been nerfed maybe, and certain glyphs that weren't getting enough use have been buffed. I know like the blades were like shining brightly because of certain glyphs and whatnot, and the spear was getting some love, and the axe was getting like no love for the most part, even though it had some builds you could come up with, but it's like you'd have to get lucky with certain, you know, glyphs. But this in one sentence, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a lot that went into this, and they've changed it a lot about Valhalla. And I think in the coming days when we start trying the challenge or playing Valhalla, we're going to notice just how big this is. Tuning for improved game health. I'm guessing even the enemies' health, like certain ones that were too strong, certain ones that weren't strong enough, probably got a huge revamp. So yeah, I look forward to trying that. Next we go into the general stability section. It says first we have fix an issue where the lost item chest would be open after returning to base game, preventing the acquisition of Valhalla completion unlock. So I've heard people say they are not able to get some of the rewards from Valhalla. I'm guessing this is a fix to that. So hopefully now you'll be able to get your young Kratos and the perfect flawless Zeus armor and Ares armor now. Just in case you don't already know, if you want your Valhalla rewards like the young Kratos, flawless Zeus, and Ares armor, all you have to do is first unlock. Same with Blade of Olympus. If you want those, first you have to unlock them in the Valhalla DLC, and then once you go back to your base game, find any shopkeeper, whether it's Lunda, Sindri, or Brock, and just there next to them there should be a chest. And if you open that chest, you'll have all your rewards. So yeah, enjoy. Fix an issue where Kratos could fall through the world when interacting with a rift. Now I've seen someone do this. This looks really funny. Kratos like tries to, well, it's not funny if it happens to you, but yeah, Kratos just falls infinitely through the world. But yeah, I've seen that in Valhalla. So now that that's fixed, you won't have to deal with that. But I can't imagine having that happen in the middle of like a really good run. Fix an issue where the chest breaker upgrade would not work in the Vanaheim Sanctuary. This one I'm not sure too much. I think the chest breaker is the one where you get HP back every time you open the chest. But yeah, that not working in the Vanaheim Sanctuary sounds pretty annoying, so I'm glad that got fixed. This one was the bane of my existence. Fix the crash related to burdens and challenges in the menu. So what this meant is like anytime you would pick up the challenge that's not the one that gives you a reward or a glyph, like this was just the base challenge, anytime you have that on and you open the menu, it would just crash your game. And for the longest time I couldn't like attempt the developer challenge. I couldn't even stream because once my app crashed, it would crash my stream as well. So I'm so glad that got fixed. But while I was dealing with the issue, Akafatsu also ran into it and he fixed it. Like he found a workaround for it. So huge shout out to him for even coming up with that. So go check him out. He always has like really good builds and other stuff. So yeah, he's a legend for that. But yeah, I'm so glad this got fixed. I'm definitely going to be streaming Valhalla again, because with all these new updates coming up, super excited to be trying to go for new world records, and yeah, stay tuned for that. Fixed an issue where a part of Mimir and Sigrun's story would be skipped. So this is story related. I personally haven't noticed any of this at all, but yeah, I'm glad this got fixed. This next one is hilarious. Kratos did some work on his shoulders to round them out a bit more. This is pretty funny. I'm guessing it's a visual thing they did. People probably complained his shoulders didn't look right. But yeah, that's nice. I think they should do a little bit of work on his neck as well for the young Kratos. And then finally, various additional small stability fixes. So any other stuff that's not mentioned here. So that's all the stuff for the patch. I'll try to have a link to the patch notes in the description or the pinned comment, so look out for that. Overall, I'm just very happy with this patch. It shows the developers care and they're still putting together all the issues and putting out a patch to fix them all. And also adding new stuff to keep the game more refreshed. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Until next time.